In an era of resource crunch and budget constraints, it is of paramount importance for us to ensure that the scarce national resources which are allocated for defense are utilized in a proper manner so that we get the best value for our money. Over the last 267 years, this is exactly what the Defense Account Departments have done. By providing financial advice and sound advice to the Department of Defense and the armed forces of this country. At the very outset, I would like to congratulate the CDDA and all the officers and staff of the Defense Account Department who continue to work relentlessly in the service of the nation, and as we saw today, have continued to work towards improving the facilities for the pensioners as well. Personally, for me, I've had a long association with many colleagues in the Defense Account Departments, whether it has been in the CDAs, whether it's been in the MOD Finance, and some of them I even see here today, Mr. Rajneesh, Mr. Sandhu, to name a few. And I have learned a lot from them in my growth in the service in the last few decades, in various appointments both at command and at naval headquarters. India is essentially a maritime nation, and it is the responsibility of the Indian Navy to ensure that India's vast maritime interests, which have a vital relationship with the nation's economic growth, are allowed to develop unhindered both in peace and war. This requires induction, operation and maintenance of a large number of state-of-the-art assets across 4 dimensions. With scarce financial resources, it is imperative for the Navy to have the necessary tools for planning and monitoring of our meager resources, to see that we compress the time frames for processing and improve our budget monitoring. That is exactly what the Navy has done with the assistance from all our colleagues who have been IFAs and CDAs to ensure that the Navy's allocated budgets have been optimally utilized and indeed fully spent in the last many years. As you are all aware, the Indian Navy was the first service in which the new management strategy was introduced in 1994. This led to the delegation of financial powers and to the positioning of integrated financial advisors with the 3 services. I have had the privilege of being associated with this process in a small way. I was a young captain, fresh out from sea, and number crunching and looking after budgets and accounts was a new field for me. But in the Directorate of Plans at that point in time, we introduced the new management strategy, and it was my privilege to be associated with the first integrated financial advisor of the Navy, Mr. Santosh Kumar. And what I did in a humble way was to ensure that the first IFA of the Navy was fully integrated with the Navy. I also assured that his office was co-located with the office of the Directorate of Naval Plans in the prestigious South Block, and that is where the office of the Principal IFA of the Navy is there even today. I think the point I'm trying to make is the aspect, and the word, operative word, is integrated, that we have operated as a team, and I think that is the key aspect of this whole process. Over the last 20 years, many things have changed. The Navy has grown manyfold, but the budgets, as usual, are scarce and not able to match with our requirements. the load on our IFAs has increased many fold. And I'm aware that there are hundreds of files which get funneled to the office of the IFAs, both in headquarters and in command on a daily basis. At the same time, the delegation of financial powers has not kept pace. And we are still awaiting the final approval of the new delegation of financial powers, the revised delegated financial powers, which are yet to happen. I would only like to say that while we are grappling with this challenge, and to understand the challenge, we need to have one understanding and one confidence that the man in uniform does have the ability to exercise the same level of probity and scrutiny as a civilian. And I think with that revised approach, as we are moving ahead, I am confident, and as the FADS has mentioned, we look forward to the revised delegated financial powers coming through quickly so that we can together work with our counterparts and achieve much more with much less. In the Navy's endeavour towards ensuring online monitoring of the budget, the Navy took certain initiatives. This included the introduction of the Financial Information System, which was launched by our earlier Raksha Mantri in 2012. This has resulted in a seamless integration of all our budget sectors, budget holders and budget users across the spectrum, from the highest echelons at Naval headquarters to the command headquarters and the smallest unit of floor. As you heard the FADS, the final link, as far as the link up with our CDA is concerned, it's in the final process. I'm very thankful to the FADS for the personal interest he has taken to ensure that this link would be completed very shortly. Some work has already taken place at PCD in Mumbai, and we are hopeful that in a short time, all our budget centers will be fully integrated online with all our seniors. That would be a path-breaking initiative with basis so that we can efficiently monitor our budget. On the occasion of the annual day, I would like to congratulate all the award winners and at the same time convey my best wishes to the officers, the staff and the families of the Defence Accounting Departments. I would also like to